You are wedding ready now, as you are, right now. You are wedding ready. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Guest Book Podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Gill, and I am the founder and creator of the Wedding Planning Collective. Now, if you've just stumbled across my page, it is no coincidence, especially if you are a bride-to-be, because I am here to help you feel supported, inspired, and guided on your wedding planning journey. And I will prioritize your mental health, your well-being, and your mindset along the way. So if you're looking to create a beautiful wedding, but also work on yourself, I'm the woman for you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're on week 4 of the Bridal Self-Love Journey. And this week it's all about body acceptance and confidence. Now, there's no coincidence that in my free Bridal Self-Love Journey checklist, this little beast here, that it is planned out the way it is. It's intentionally planned out this way. Now, I do advise that you go through it step by step, how it is on the checklist. And then afterwards, you can work on things that you may not be more comfortable with or you need more work on. So maybe you want to go back to the self-talk, or maybe you want to revisit boundaries. We've not done that one yet. But you want to go and do this step by step first, and then go in and cater for your needs. There's a reason I've planned it out this way. If you are struggling in any way whatsoever, please reach out to me on Instagram, on TikTok, or email me info@theweddingplanningcollective.com. And let's have a conversation. Let's make you feel the best you can be before your wedding day. To me, this is probably one of the most important things that you can do for yourself before your big day. Now, you're going to have times when you're wedding planning that there's going to be large lulls. So like when you've booked everything, you may be waiting a little while before you can do anything else. So maybe it's too soon to do DIY projects, or you've not planned to go wedding dress shopping or suit shopping yet. There's just a huge gap and you're like, I want to do something. This is the best thing that you can do right now, is work on yourself so you can feel incredible on your wedding day. So follow this step by step. I will leave a link in the description box for the free checklist, and let's work on you so you can feel incredible. Now, every week I ask you questions. It's not just for the sake of me asking questions. I want you to expand your mind. I want you to get to know yourself better. And these questions are really, really important. One of my first ever podcast episodes was called Big Beautiful Questions. And this episode is very, very important for you whilst you're on this wedding planning journey, or you're considering marriage, because these questions actually dig deeper. It's not surface level stuff. It is deep stuff. And when we're working on ourselves, we want to come from a deep place. Now, it might feel messy. It might feel really strange or disorientating. It can also trigger memories and things that you may not want to revisit. In order for us to move and grow, we have to get uncomfortable. You've probably heard it before about the growth zone and the comfort zone. So going out of the comfort zone into feeling uncomfortable can then allow us to go into the growth zone. So the first question I want to ask you today is, what thoughts and feelings do I have about my body? Now, some things are going to be neutral. Like, you may not have any thoughts and feelings about your fingers or your toes or your ankles, or maybe you do. I don't know. But have a little think. What thoughts and feelings do you have about your body? Now, the reason this is important is because last week when we did self-talk, you want to implement everything that you're learning to ensure that it's having an effect on every area that we're visiting. So last week when we were going on about self-talk, is so important when you're looking at yourself, looking at your body, and making peace with it. Now, you're not going to like every single thing about your body. If you do, great. But if you don't, I want you to just accept it. I want you to live in that moment of, if there's nothing that I can do about it, I am going to accept it. Because ultimately, if you can't do anything right away to change it, or over a period of time to change what it is that you don't like about your body, then we have to kind of accept it. It's pointless hating on it. It's pointless having that horrible relationship, that one part of our body. Our bodies are amazing. Our bodies are incredible. Yet we can take so much time to kind of disrespect it, neglect it, not nourish it at all. So if there is a part of your body that you can't change either immediately or over a period of time, come to learn to accept it. Then what I want you to do is really think about how societal standards have influenced your perception of beauty and of worthiness, because ultimately we are influenced every single day. So, like I've said before, about the story that we tell ourselves is 9 times out of 10 nothing to do with us. It's somebody else's perception of us or story of us that we've clung on to and not give up. The same with, you know, the media, say, and being influenced. We are told that bigger bodies are not beautiful. What a lie. We're told that skinny bodies are beautiful, yet you run in those circles, and again, it's a lie. We are just told certain things because the media manipulates us. The media wants us to buy certain things, have certain expectations, and that's got us at war with ourselves. So if you live in a bigger body like me, if you want to do something about it and lose weight and feel good and have more energy, do that. But if you don't, if you want to stay in your body, if you want to stay in a bigger body, do that too. Now, exercise is phenomenal, not just for our physical body, but for our mental health too. So do try and incorporate some form of exercise when it comes to your self-love journey, because it's just going to make you feel a lot better within yourself and your mental health and your mindset. Now, I had a thought the other day, and I was sat in the park whilst my daughter was off playing with her dad. And I was literally just sat there like, it's okay for me to take up space. It's okay for me to take up space. It's okay for me to become visible. Because for a long, long time, I didn't want to be visible. I was too scared to take up space. I was too scared to be myself. And for a long, long time, I've been working on who I truly am. What do I truly love? And getting rid of like limiting beliefs, which we'll work on another episode. And I just sat there like, it is okay for me to take up space. But being the way I am due to different traumas, I wanted to be small. I didn't want to take up space. I didn't want to be seen. But ironically, in a bigger body, you are those things. You are seen. You are taking up space physically. And then you look at somebody who is a straight size, average size person, and to them, they may want to take up a lot of space. They want to be seen. But on the flip side of that, they're not. They're blending in with everybody else. And so they're not taking up as much space as you would think. And they aren't being as seen as, like, being more visible as you would think either, because they just blend in. Isn't that weird? So, what are you actually thinking about your body and your perception of what social media maybe is telling you? You may be feeling conflicted. So, if you, as I said before, if you can't do anything about your weight or about the way you look, then we have to try and make peace with that. And why is this important when it comes to your wedding? I've said it before, I say it again. Your wedding photos are like a timestamp on your big day. They're the things that you're always going to look back on. In fact, they're a massive investment when it comes to our wedding. And I don't want you looking back at your wedding and hating what you're seeing, or later on down the line, hating the process. Like, I spent like a whole year on a stupid diet and I was unhappy. I didn't like it. Like, I was so restricted, because you're not remembering when you see those photos. Yes, you may remember some of your day, but it's also a reflection of the journey you took to get there. So if you're hating the journey, or you've put a massive restriction on your journey to look a certain way, maybe you had a face peel, right? A chemical face peel. Those things look horrendous. And it takes months and months and months for your skin to go back to normal, like nice and fresh and dewy. And yes, it is a process, a healing process at that. But imagine the effects that has on your mental health. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So when you see things like shredding for the wedding, or, I have to have certain Botoxes or a lip filler, or, silly little things, like I see brides going, well, I'm not going to wear my glasses for my wedding. In my head, I wear glasses all the time. In my head, if I switch to contacts, I'm going to look a completely different person in my images. Those photos come back, I'm going to look like, who's that woman in that photo? Why, on one day of your life, would you take off your glasses for your wedding? Makes no sense. Because people see you with them on full time. Well, for me anyway, everyone will see me wearing glasses full time, to then rock up on my wedding day and look completely different without them. It makes no sense. So really think about the things that you are working towards when it comes to your wedding. Because if you're not happy in your body, say for instance, as a bigger girl, if I'm not happy being big on my wedding day, I need to work on that now. So even if you're not engaged, work on feeling fitter, healthier, get a different lifestyle. But if you are happy, why would you go and change it and be miserable for 2 years before your wedding, trying to get down to a certain size? We put so much pressure on ourselves. You don't need to. Honestly, you are wedding ready now, as you are. As you are right now. You are wedding ready. It's all of the pressure, all of the bells, all of the whistles that we attach to it that makes us think that we have to be something we're not. And we don't. We really don't. On the flip side of this, I want you to ask yourself a really, really important question. I'm all about questions. You know this by now. What aspects of my body do I appreciate and celebrate? Now, this is a big one, because we don't take enough credit for what our bodies can do. Our bodies are incredible, incredible. Like, whether you're an athlete or whether you're somebody who is very stagnant and don't do anything, your body is still surviving, right? Whether you've given birth to a baby, whether you have gone from being a child to an adult, look at all of that process, all of that time that our body has done these things that we take for granted, like breathing, right? So maybe you want to have a think about all the things that your body has done for you, all of the things that you appreciate about your body. Maybe it is you appreciate the fact that you are getting older, because not everybody gets the chance. So before I end this episode this week, I want to do a quick body scan with you. Now, you can find these kind of body scans on YouTube or on Spotify, wherever you listen to meditations. And you can really just connect and see what it is that your body needs. If, say, you're hungry or you're thirsty and you're putting it off, your body's telling you what it needs. Maybe it needs rest. Maybe it wants to be in nature. Check in, listen. Even ask yourself the question, what does my body need right now? And see what comes up. Like the first thing in your head, what is said. Cup of tea, done. Apple, done. Sunshine, let's go. Like, listen, it is speaking to you all the time. I'm not being woo-woo here. You know exactly what you need. So today, let's do this quick body scan. And you can do this anywhere in your car. Maybe it's just before you're falling asleep at night, or you're watching EastEnders on the telly. Whichever it is. Okay, I want you to get really comfortable. So either sit really comfortably or lie down. Roll them shoulders back. Work out the neck because, it's holding a lot of stress, right? Deep breaths. So we're going to go in through the nose, hold it, and then out through the mouth. We're going to do that 3 times. So in through the nose, hold it, out through the mouth. In through the nose, hold it, out through the mouth. One last time, in through the nose, hold it, out through the mouth. Now either close your eyes or rest them slightly, like relax your eyelids. And we're going to start from the very top of our head. And all we're going to do is we're just going to imagine a scan. And it's going to move quite slowly. And it's going to go down. Imagine a photocopier when it's copying. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So from the top of your head, how is your head feeling? Are you aware of it? And just keep moving down past your forehead to your eyes. Maybe there's some tension there. Maybe you want to relax your eyes or your frown lines. And the same when it goes past our ears and our nose. Maybe you want to take an intentional breath through the nose. As we move down to our jaw, now your jaw may be very clenched. For the first time today, try and unclench your jaw. And if your tongue is stuck to the roof of your mouth, you're tense. So let's try and bring that tongue back down into the bottom of our jaw. Now working on our neck, as I said, our neck carries a lot of tension, our neck and shoulders. You could be sat at a desk all day or working hard on something that requires your shoulders and your neck to be active. So let's intentionally roll our shoulders back again. Maybe you want to roll them 2 or 3 times. If you're anything like me right now, I'm cracking. Ooh. And now move your neck from side to side. Maybe you want to roll it if you can. Or if you're lying down, just pick your head up and down and then look side to side. Now you may be feeling a little bit more relaxed right now. And we've only done the top of our head. Okay, we're going to go and shift and we're going to go down into our chest. Now you may be holding a lot of tension in the chest area. And if you're a big busted girl like I am, that can really hurt and hurt like the top of your back too. So maybe you want to kind of like push your shoulder blades together to try and create that almost massage effect, to try and untense the tightness in the back. Then go down and again, we're imagining we're in a photocopier and our arms. Are our arms feeling heavy? Are they feeling light? Look at our joints. Are our joints hurting? Are they okay? Our wrists, our fingers. Now, as we go down, we're going to go back into our tummies. So, like past our heart chakra, into our solar plexus, and we're going to move down there. So, is there any uncomfortable feeling, bloating in our tummies? Ask it, what does it need? What do you need right now, if anything? And we're going to keep scanning down into our stomach. So past our solar plexus and down, down, down into our sacral chakra. So we're going from the stomach all the way down past your navel into our kind of reproductive organ area where our intestines, and then we'll move down into our root chakra. But how are you feeling there? Is there any bloating, any pain, any discomfort? Maybe you want to massage it. Maybe you want to kind of move air, maybe trap wind or anything. Give it a good kind of feel. See if there's any discomfort. Now, our bottoms of our backs and our backs in general, how is that feeling? How is your spine feeling? Maybe there is a tightness at the bottom of our backs. And actually, where we feel pain in our body, where there could be tightness and tension, that's also another place where we store trauma. Now, into our root chakra area, which is where our reproductive organs are, where, you know, sexual pleasure happens in our body. How is that feeling right now? Maybe there's cramping. Maybe it's neutral. There's no feeling at all. That's okay. And down into our legs. Now your thighs are carrying all of your body, and mine are quite hefty. So how are your legs? Are they heavy? Maybe there's knots, there's tightness. Maybe there's some lactic acid in there that you need to work out. Onto our knees. Now, our knees can get the brunt of it. So again, are our knees sore? They're swollen? Maybe you just want to send some love to your knees for carrying you all this way. Moving down onto our shins and our calves. Now, if you are tightening your toes or curling your toes, your shins are probably quite tight. Not your shins, sorry, your calves are quite tight. So maybe you want to relax your feet. Onto our ankles. Again, our ankles take a lot of pressure. So how are they feeling? Is there any pain? Are they neutral? Now we're going to go into our feet. Our feet hold a lot of stress and tension. Maybe you can feel them throbbing. If you've been on your feet all day, they will be. So maybe you want to get your toes and scrunch them in and out, extend them and bring them back in. Now, if you do get cramping with that, like I do, just do it slightly. Maybe you want to grab your hands and just massage your feet as well. And if you did have any tension in your hands, you can also give yourself a hand massage and just work out the palms and the fingers and your wrists. Any area of your body, grab your hands. Give yourself some self-love, self-care. Give any area that needs it a rub, a little massage. I won't show you your feet, my feet. I'll spare you that detail. Now I want you to give yourself some thanks and some love, because your body has done a lot for you and will continue to do a lot for you. So that's all you need to do every day, just to check in with yourself. Ask yourself, what is it that I need right now? See what it gives you, and then give it to it. Now you can do quicker body scans or more in depth. You can find that over on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and just do this body scan to check in to see how your body is feeling, what it may need, and give your body what it needs. But I want you to really, really look at your thoughts and feelings around your body. I want you to think, are those your actual, genuine soul thoughts? Or are these thoughts something that the social media and societal standards have influenced you to believe? Because the beauty industry, social media have us believing a million and one things that aren't true. And celebrate your body. What do you love about your body? What do you accept about your body and appreciate? And I want you to celebrate it. And when you're not feeling sure, you want to check in with yourself, do that body scan. You can get all of that information through my checklist and over at my blog. Go to the weddingplanningcollective.com/blog. It will be updated shortly. My website is back, but it's taken me time to kind of update my blogs from before. I'm also over on Apple Podcasts now. Woohoo! It's taken me a long time to figure that out. But we are on Apple. So please, please, please give me a follow, give me a review. I would love any review that you can give. And as always, you can follow along with the conversation over on the Instagram. For now, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I hope that you do some connecting to your body. Any questions? Send me a message.